with the latest visuals coming in, and on your screens you see Prime Minister Narendra Modi along with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, and we're expecting Prime Minister Narendra Modi along with the External Affairs Minister to shortly interact with the Bangladeshi Prime Minister, who is on a 4-day visit to India. So both the Bangladeshi Prime Minister and Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister here, are all set to hold talks. Now remember, on top of the agenda is how the two sides will be signing 7 key pacts. They're expected to impact in key areas including defense, trade, river water and sharing after the interaction. And the interaction has just begun. As you can see, the Prime Minister greeting all of those who've queued up to welcome the Bangladeshi Prime Minister. Let me go across to Srinjoy joining us this morning to get us up to speed with what we're expecting through the next few hours. Srinjoy, over to you. On the agenda is, of course, signing of 7 key pacts, at least 7 of them, and a detailed conversation that will be taking place between Prime Minister Modi and Sheikh Hasina.
Undoubtedly, you're absolutely right. This is a major visit of over 4 days. It began yesterday. And it has to be noted that the most important thing here is that Bangladesh is perhaps in South Asia one of India's closest friends. There are issues where Bangladesh and India see eye to eye, agree upon, like terror, which is why Sheikh Hasina was the first person to say that we don't want to go to the SAARC summit in Pakistan because of the terror situation there, and India followed suit. Now, the issues that will be looked at relate to water. There will be an agreement on the river Kushiyara. There will be discussions on 53 other rivers apart from the Kushiyara. There will be discussions on defense issues. There will be discussions on economic issues. We know, for instance, that Mr. Adani called on Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina yesterday. There will be a business meeting tomorrow with other leading industrialists. So all those things are on the agenda. But one of the major issues that India and Bangladesh will be talking about will be the Rohingyas. Once again, that is an issue that will come up. She has already spoken about it, said that, look, India also has to help out if it can with the Rohingyas, maybe speak with Burma, do certain things. Other issues also relate to minorities. There are issues that India will bring up. A lot of times there have been attacks on minorities in Bangladesh, the small 8% of the population that is Hindu, and that naturally concern will be expressed about it. But this should be a very positive meeting, particularly relating to logistics, to roads, to railways, to electricity, to waterways. All these things will see forward movement. And also discussions between the countries on other issues, whether it's on the training of judicial personnel, whether it's on the training on or cooperation between the Defense Services Staff College in Wellington in India and the Bangladeshi equivalent, whether it's the $500 million line of credit that India has given Bangladesh for defense issues. All of these things will come up in the discussions. It's going to be a very major meeting, and perhaps the culmination of it would be what Bangladesh has suggested, that there were about 2,000 Indian soldiers who died fighting in Bangladesh. Their descendants should be given scholarships. The name of the scholarship is being worked out. It could well be the Mujib Scholarship. So someone who has died, an Indian soldier who has died fighting in Bangladesh, his grandson or other relatives could well receive a scholarship for the Bangladesh government.
You know, just to take it from there, we keep up with those visuals because we see Sheikh Hasina, the Bangladeshi Prime Minister, there arriving, and the two leaders now shaking hands as the Prime Minister makes way for the Bangladeshi Prime Minister there at Rashtrapati Bhavan to enter the Rashtrapati Bhavan premises. And absolutely wonderful visuals coming to light this morning as we keep up with what is on the agenda with regards to this very meeting. Now, Srinjoy, if we talk about the overall strategic ties between India and Bangladesh, they too have been on an upswing. If we talk about the last couple of years, isn't it? Because the two leaders, the two prime ministers have already met 12 times since